guys, Kevin Xbox here today. I'm reacting to 10 times Jeremy Kyle pissed off everyone. Well, basically his most heated moments. But yeah, 9 minutes and 11 seconds, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn notifications on so you don't miss a single video, and put a comment and enjoy the video now. But yeah, for those of you who don't know who Jeremy Kyle is, I'll give you, it was a show called Jeremy Kyle, because that's what his name was, where he would just talk about, where he would just get people on his show who had loads of problems with like relationship or their job or something, or whichever. It was and who had a drunk problem, if they were on drugs or drinking too much, like yeah, it was things like that. But it was mainly relationships though, because he got a lot of couples on there. But Jeremy Kyle did help them, but also he was very horrible to them, like very horrible. Not just Simon Cowell level horrible. I mean, very like horrible to them. He was a bit weird, and he was a bit loopy and horrible and that. But let me know in the comments what you think of him if you want. It's up to you. But yeah, I thought I'd do this video today. But anyway, let's get straight into it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 times Jeremy Kyle pissed off everyone. Yeah. For this list, we'll be looking at some of the biggest controversies and scandals involving Jeremy Kyle that really angered the British public. Have you ever watched The Jeremy Kyle Show? If so, what memories do you have about the series? Let us know below. Number 10. Headbutting Show. In 2007, David Stainforth appeared in court after appearing on The Jeremy Kyle Show. During filming, Stainforth headbutted Larry Mahoney, who had been having an affair with his wife, Jenny. Stainforth was given a £300 fine. But it's what Judge Alan Berg said that caught the public's attention. After hearing how the show was really persistent in getting Stainforth to appear and lied to him by claiming there was a chance to reconcile with Jenny, Berg stated the show was a form of human bear baiting, and that they were partly responsible for the assault charge.
They should have taken that show off 14 years
ago.
Even talking about it's disgraceful, it's bear baiting.
He went further by saying the producers for The Jeremy Kyle Show, who he described as self-righteous individuals, should be in the dock with Stainforth. Yikes. Number 9. Nanny Affair. In 2002, Jeremy Kyle married his second wife, Carla Germain. Jumping to 2016, it was announced that they were getting divorced. But with all that going on, people wondered what had happened. Well, rumours began to circulate that both people were involved in having affairs, with Kyle's allegedly with...
Yeah, I hate that word, and I hate it when couples do that, have affairs. It's very bad. But yeah, and for those of you what want to know what happened and why the Jeremy Kyle show has ended, most of you won't know this, but for those ones what don't know it, I'm going to tell. Basically, someone ended their life because of it, and then the show got cancelled. And this was at the start of 2019. It ended in 2019. Like all the producers had to go to court. They did because yeah. But that's why it ended. But most of you would have already known that. I'm just saying it for the ones who don't know that.
His children's nanny, Vicky Burton. More eyebrows were raised when Jermaine cited the reason for the divorce was Kyle's unreasonable behaviour. Kyle and Burton state their relationship didn't begin until after she left her nanny role in spring 2016. Jermaine was reportedly livid with the announcement of Kyle and Burton's relationship.
First of all, I know this is not relevant, but is Jeremy Kyle always wearing a suit? Is he always wearing a suit?
The two eventually married, but the dramatic story wouldn't be out of place on The Jeremy Kyle Show. Number 8. New Show. After everything that happened with The Jeremy Kyle Show, more on that later, the public wasn't too keen on having Kyle back on their TV screens anytime soon. He had already dipped his toe back in the water with a drive-time radio show for Talk Radio, but in 2022, he announced he was getting his own primetime show on Talk TV.
Yeah, I heard about
it again by filling in for Piers Morgan for...
Yeah, he does that now with Piers Morgan, whenever Piers Morgan's not doing it.
His series. But news of it being a regular gig has made folk uncomfortable. When filling in for Morgan, Kyle has been hit by a few controversies. When discussing the cost of living, Kyle disrespectfully referred to Nicola Sturgeon, the First Minister of Scotland, as that horrible woman up north.
Don't start me on her, because she annoys me.
Number 7. Britain's Worst Husband horror. Before he hosted the Jeremy Kyle Show, he was hosting a series for Channel 5 called Britain's Worst Husband in 2005. If you haven't heard of it, that's because the show never aired, and for good reason. In it,
Well, yeah,
Kyle
it does
encouraged
sound
Paul
quite
Paulson
horrible.
to leave his wife Erica and their daughter after 18 years of marriage. After following his advice, Erica took her own life a few days later. Pawson blames the show.
That Jeremy Kyle is not a very nice man. I feel like he's made people down that much to do that. That's terrible, because suicide is never the answer. Let's just get that straight. And Jeremy, fucking hell.
And Kyle for what happened. The Jeremy Kyle Show has a history of tragedy. In 2007, Roger Irons appeared with his partner, Matthew Millington, to repair their relationship. Afterwards, Irons became depressed from constant taunting about his sexuality from the public. In 2008, he too took his own life. Number 6. Lie detector attack. Famous for using a lie detector, the Jeremy Kyle Show saw the consequences of its actions in 2009. Rebecca Langley appeared on the show and failed the test on whether she had cheated on her partner.
Yeah,
Weeks later,
it started in 2005 and then it ended in 2019.
after the episode aired, Just viciously attacked Langley. When sentencing Just to 2 years in prison, Judge Sean Enright stated the show contained an element of cruelty and exploitation. Another incident involves Craig Platt, who found out on the show that he wasn't the father to his wife Jane's child in 2007. A week later, whilst drunk, he pointed a loaded air rifle at Jane's head.
He does like a lot.
She managed to escape through the bathroom window. Platt was sentenced to at least 18 months in prison. Number 5.
God.
Gambling addiction. Jeremy Kyle has made it clear that he faced his demons when he had a gambling addiction.
But without being specific, probably gets sucked into that I can make money out of nothing, talks about that buzz.
At one point, he found himself in £12,000 worth of debt. Kyle negotiated a deal with the bank manager to pay it back in instalments. Later, he overcame his addiction. Well, with that history, you'd expect him to have some sympathy for addicts when he hosted the Jeremy Kyle Show, but no. Kyle regularly fired venom at those struggling. His addiction played a big role in the demise of his first marriage to Kirsty Rowley, who tied the knot in 1999.
Why does he look a bit like Michael
Rowley
J.
claimed
Fox
the
in
reason
that
for the
photo?
marriage ending by 1991 was that Kyle stole money from her account to gamble with. Number 4. Inspiring idiots. If you're partly responsible for inspiring one of the vilest people
Some
around,
of this, some of this I didn't actually know. I didn't actually know some of this about him.
probably rethink your stance. But that doesn't seem to be the case for Kyle. In 2018, a viral video spread everywhere showing a racist woman ranting on the London Overground.
Oh,
along with
I think I know about that. I think I know about this. I think I've seen it, because if you type up racist people on bus or racist people on train, it comes up. And most of it is in the UK.
shouting anti-immigration rhetoric, regularly swearing,
I think I've seen
and just being
this.
terrible. The woman also claimed she was a Jeremy Kyle wannabe. She also said
Jeremy
moronic things like,
Jeremy Kyle wannabe. What? I've never heard that before.
"Let Britain be British." According to
Oh,
the
yeah,
poster,
I hate it
this
when
woman
people
had been
say
doing
that.
her grim mangled speech for a good 20 minutes before they began recording. Transport for London reportedly began an investigation with the police on the horrid train lady. Number 3. Lie detector lies. If there's one thing the Jeremy Kyle Show was really proud of, it was their lie detector tests.
Well, yeah,
also
'cause
known as a
that's to
polygraph,
get the truth
show
out,
had a
but
disclaimer that whilst they believe the
it's
test is
not always
96%
good,
accurate,
obviously.
some practitioners disagree with their opinion.
Why does
Oh,
anyone wear
fuck's
ponchos
sake,
if they
man.
never actually work? All you need is a
Fuck's
bearskin
sake.
waterproof tactical jacket to bounce water.
Why?
Well,
Sorry about
polygraphs
that.
are seemingly a lot less accurate than they all wanted us to believe. After all, in court cases, polygraphs aren't admissible as evidence. In 1997, 421 psychologists were surveyed and gave polygraphs an accuracy rating of 61%. This is incredibly low. Flipping a coin might be just as effective when it comes to truth-telling. With this in mind, it makes you question just how many relationships were ruined on the Jeremy Kyle Show with a measly accuracy rating. Number 2. Murder suspect on the show. In 2008, Paul Gilbert was fatally stabbed multiple times in Newcastle after accidentally bumping into Philip Craggs and his twin brother Mark. After the duo was arrested and released as they awaited trial, you
I'm
can
getting
imagine the
worried this
surprise
guy's
of
not
Gilbert's
going off
family
topic.
when the Craggs appeared on the Jeremy Kyle Show. The episode, filmed before the attack, had Philip accusing Mark of having an affair with his fiancée. Gilbert's family called the show to fill them in
Yeah,
on
it's
what
many
happened
affairs.
and were promised a
30
personal
people
apology.
just doing that.
Instead,
They shouldn't do
the episode
that.
was repeated in the following months. A spokesperson for the show stated it was done in error. Philip Craggs was sentenced to a minimum of 15 and a half years in prison for the stabbing, whilst Mark received 21 months.
Before we begin, we
Okay.
publish new content every day.
So that guy gets 15 years in prison and that guy just gets 21 months. Don't know how that works. And that was a stabbing as well. Normally that would be lifetime.
So be sure to subscribe to our
joking?
channel and ring the bell to get notified
Okay,
about
that's
our
basically
latest
the end of it.
videos.
That's based.
Number 1.
Oh no.
The end of the Jeremy Kyle
There
Show.
we go.
In 2019, shortly after filming a segment on the Jeremy Kyle Show and failing a lie detector test on cheating on his former partner, Steve Diamond tragically took his own life. ITV immediately cancelled the episode's airing and suspended the show. Not long after, they axed it altogether. The show's duty to the guests was heavily criticised by MPs and the public. Kyle's own aggressive presenting style when confronting Diamond was also under fire. In 2022, Channel 4 released the documentary Jeremy Kyle Show: Death on Daytime, which examined the programme's
I
fall
remember that.
and highlighted numerous issues within production, with testimony from former employees. Kyle stated he intended to sue Channel 4 over their false and damaging documentary.
Really? How is
Do you-
it false?
Agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.
But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you have, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and please let me know in the comments what you thought about the video. And let me know if any of it was right. Yeah, subscribe. Peace.